Okay, ladies and gentlemen, part two. So we did slope intercept in the first video. Second video, we're doing point slope form. Same thing as before. You want to be able to graph the line. Now, how are you going to graph the line? First thing I want you to do when you see a form like this, I want you to convert it. But there's going to be some situations where when you convert it, your y-intercept is not a whole number. So we're going to talk about that right now in a little bit. Last example. So I'm going to do two examples. I'll do this one, you do that one. You'll pause the video, and we'll go from there. So let's convert this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Give me 1 second. Oh, I don't like that. If I put 200, is it too big? No, it's perfect. All right, so I want to convert, identify, and then graph. So convert border. First thing you got to do, hopefully we're all experts at this. When I see parentheses, I need to multiply, distribute. Circle, -3 times x. What's -3 times x? -3x. -3 times 1. Use your calculator, -3. After that, let's bring everything else down. Remember, I need the equation to be like slope-intercept form, so it's y equals, I need that by itself, so that tells me I need to move this 8, -8, throwing it over to the other side, turns into a +8. Cross it out. We've done this before, ladies and gentlemen. Then after that, who are partners? Well, this -3 has an x. That's person's by itself. That tells me these guys are partners. So bring down that -3x. After that, put these together. Make sure you read. That is -3 plus 5. Put in your calculator, -3 plus 5, if you don't believe me, is +5. Now let's do my slope, my intercept. My slope is -3. Oops. Intercept is 5. Make sure you remember, I don't want this slope as a whole number. Put a 1 under it, and we'll be ready to graph. Don't forget also, we start with my y-intercept, which is 5. Don't forget, you need to know the coordinate, which is 0, 5. Coordinate is 0, 5. So I start at 5 on my y, which is right here. Nice, big, beautiful point. After that, I look at my slope. This is a -3, so from the up and down over to the right, don't forget negative tells me to go down. Then we go one to the right. So from the point, I'm going down 3 and 1 over. So let's count. We got 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 1 over. That's coordinate 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1 over. Boom. And you can do as many points as you can fit. Of course, if you want to be an all-star, come to tutorials so I could talk about going that way. If you can figure it out on your own, that's great. If not, just stick to the most simplest thing and just going down or up and to the right. Connect your points. Oh, I erased it. Boom. Boom. And there's your line. Of course, though, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you can get this slope intercept form. Go to Desmos after you convert it, and you'll get the same line to make your life a little bit easier. Don't forget that, desmos.com. All right, next one. Remember, you can pause this video, try it on your own, and replay it so you can watch the magic. Okay. So if you're not pausing, let's get started doing the border. Remember, we're distributing, so I got 1/4 times x, 1/4 times 8. 1/4 times x, 1/4 x. This is a tricky one. 1/4 times 8. Make sure you put in your calculator. I have also attached some ways, if you have a Chromebook, if you have an Android phone, or you have an iPhone, what to do for a calculator on the home page. Please check it out. 1/4 times 8 gives me a plus 2. Bring everything else down. Don't forget I got to move somebody because I needed to say y equals and that 5's in the way. Moving that over turns into a minus 5. Cross this out. Now I got my y by itself for y equals. And it's going to become routine. Those guys are together, so let's bring down the 1/4 x. Why do we bring this down? Because it's the only x. Don't forget that. That's the only number that has an x. And make sure you read. 2 minus 5, calculator, gives me a -3. Slope. Ask yourself real quick, which is the slope? Slope's in front of the x. It's my m value, which is 1/4. B value. Yes, don't forget it's just not 3, it's -3. Let's make this B value a coordinate real quick. Coordinate 0, -3. Sir, why do you keep doing the coordinate? It's on your quiz. It's very important that you see that, okay? After that, after knowing if we go up or down and to the right, let's look at the slope. This is a positive slope, so that one is telling me to go up because it's positive, and then we're going 4 to the right. Plot that -3. Boom. Going up 1, 4 to the right. Up 1, 4 to the right. Up 1, 4 to the right. I think that's all that fits. Take out your ruler. Draw your beautiful line. Good stuff, good stuff. Don't forget, you can get into Desmos. Desmos.com, graphing calculator, you'll be good to go. Now, this is with problems that are so simple and easy that we get a whole number as our y-intercept. But what happens if we get a fraction? So that's going to be a little difficult. So before we even get to the graphing part, let's convert this and let's see what happens. Okay, I get the 1/2 multiplied times x. That gives me 1/2x. This is the hard part. 1/2 times -3. If you're using the calculator correctly, it's going to give you a decimal or a fraction. Of course, we keep it as a fraction. -3/2. That's what you should get. Then we bring down the y minus 9. And then we do the whole fixing it to say y equals. And let me just fix it out for you guys. Bring the 9 over, change sign. That cancels. Have my y by itself finally. These are guys I'm putting together because 1/2 is the only one with an x. And this is the hard part. When you add this, you're still going to get a fraction. Still going to get a fraction. You should get, I think it is 7.5, I think, which is 15/2. I can't graph that, ladies and gentlemen. I can't put it in there because it's going to be too complicated if I do it that way. So, make the note. This guy cannot be a fraction. Real quick, I'll even put y-intercept. Y-intercept cannot be a fraction because you can't graph that. So what do? And clear it. Put a star. This is where you have to pull a point and the slope. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the point, I'm going to pull out the slope, and we'll be good to go. Now, we've already had plenty of quizzes. If I ask you what my slope is, you should be able to tell me right away. Sir, it's in front of the x. Wonderful. Look for the x. What's right in front of it? The 1/2. Boom. Slope is easy. What's more difficult is that point. Now this point, I'm going to take the opposite value or opposite sign of x. That's going to be my point. I'm going to take the opposite sign of my y value. Now, how do I know who my x and my y are? Well, look at the equation. Who's right next to my x besides the 1/2? Don't think it's the 1/2 because we already took care of it. Even then, let's make it disappear because I don't want us to get confused. Okay. Who's right next to my x? Bo, that -3. Yes, you're right. If you said -3, you know you're right. Now, I say opposite sign because when I take out this -3, it's no longer -3. It turns into a +3. Okay? So I say opposite x, so opposite 3. So opposite means going from negative to positive. Same thing for the 9. Hopefully we see who's right next to my y. It's my 9. When I bring it out, it's going to be +9. And now I can do this. Now I can graph this point. This point is my x and my y value. So we go onto the graph 3, 9. Come to the graph 3, 9. Point is up here. And now I can use my slope. This is positive, so it tells me to go up and to the right. So up 1, 2 over, plot the point. That's all I can plot. Get your ruler. And draw your line. Kaboom, kaboom. Oh, I put 2, 9. I'm sorry, let me fix that. That's where I knew it. You saw my pause, I knew I did something wrong. This is why I wish you all kids were here. Sorry, 3, 9, so right here. Still think, same thing. 1, 2. Usually when you all kids are here, you tell me when I mess up. There you go. That's the line I needed. And that's it. So pulling a point, pulling a slope. I'll put more examples on the next video. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you come to my tutoring hours. Click the links on the home page, all right? Have a good day.